In this training, you are going to learn how to respond to an alert for when an admin consents to an unverified enterprise app. This involves carefully managing potential risks associated with the use of unverified or potentially unsafe applications in your organization. This alert typically indicates that a global administrator has granted permission to an application that hasn't been verified by the IT GO team, which could pose a security risk. Here's a step-by-step process for responding to this alert. The first step will be the initial review and triage. First, check the alert details. Review the specifics of the alert, including which admin consented, the date and time of consent, and the application in question. Investigate the application by checking the application name, publisher, and requested permissions. You will need to identify whether the application is widely known or commonly used within your industry. Next, you will assess risk by asking the following questions. Does the app have high-level permissions, e.g., full access to user data, reading emails, managing directories? Is the publisher known or verified by Microsoft or another trusted third party? In Step 3 for containment actions, we will discuss blocking the app and investigating admin activities. Block the app immediately if necessary. If the app is deemed suspicious or poses a high risk, take immediate action to block it from accessing your environment. Use Azure AD or other identity management tools to revoke its permissions and access tokens. Investigate admin activities. Ensure that the admin who consented to the app is aware of the risks. Determine whether the consent was accidental or intentional. If the admin's account seems compromised, consider revoking their access and initiating a full investigation of the account's activity. If there is still inconclusive evidence, move on to further investigation. Step 4. Further investigation. Check logs for app behavior. Review audit and sign-in logs to check for any activity from the unverified app after the consent was granted. Identify whether the app has been used to access sensitive data or resources within your environment. Review permissions granted. Look closely at what permissions the app has been granted, e.g., read/write access to directories, user profiles, emails. This will help determine the potential impact if the app is malicious. Step 4. Engage relevant teams. Notify key stakeholders. Inform your security team, IT administrators, and relevant business units about the app and any potential risks. Involve legal or compliance teams if sensitive data might have been exposed or if the organization must comply with regulations like GDPR, HIPAA, etc. Consult with the admin. Speak with the admin who provided the consent to understand the business context. Determine if the app was needed for a specific purpose and whether alternative, verified apps are available. Here we are going to cover remediation actions. For remediation actions, there are 3 actions you can take. Action 1. Remove consent. If deemed unnecessary or risky, revoke the admin consent for the unverified app. This will prevent it from accessing any further resources. Action 2. Whitelist/blacklist the app. If the app is deemed safe after investigation, whitelist it in your environment for future use. If found to be malicious or unnecessary, blacklist it to prevent further attempts to grant access. Action 3. Conduct a security scan. Perform a security scan of systems and data that might have been accessed by the unverified app to ensure no compromise has occurred. Step 6. We will cover post-incident review. First, we will document the incident. Record all findings, actions taken, and lessons learned during the investigation. This documentation can help if similar alerts arise in the future. Second update, we will need to update security policies. Review and update your organization's app consent policies. Consider implementing stricter controls over app consent, such as admin consent workflow. Require approval from security or IT before admins can consent to third-party apps. Conditional access policies. Limit app consent to trusted apps and publishers. Third, we will need to train admins to ensure that administrators are aware of the risks of consenting to unverified apps and provide guidance on safe practices. This will include the IT GOAT team as well as the customer side if there is a co-managed engagement. To ensure the training for the IT GOAT team takes place, Notify your manager of the need for a policy change. From there, IT Goat will implement a company-wide training and documentation of the change to ensure accuracy. The final step 7, monitor for future alerts. Continue monitoring by setting up monitoring to detect further attempts to use unverified apps, as well as any suspicious behavior from the admin or other users. Watch for recurring incidents or any signs of compromise within your environment. By following these steps, you can mitigate the risk associated with an unverified enterprise app, ensure appropriate consent management, and protect your organization's data and systems from potential threats. Thank you for attending this IT Goat Security Operations training video. Take this knowledge and apply it to your everyday so we can continue providing our clients the service no one else will deliver.